is looking into some Ridley matchups because I know Ridley has some real stinker matchups. Big body, he's light, um, doesn't have the craziest combo game, very exploited character. And, Rob sucks. I can't find that many good Rob sets. But Sisqui is either the second or just flat out the best Samus in the world. And Mezcaul wins this set. This is like a -3, maybe a -2, I don't know. But like like a bottom five matchup for Ridley. And Ridley has stinker matchups. Ridley is not like a jack of all trades character. Ridley has strengths and weaknesses, and Samus is a is a demon at exploiting Ridley in the corner. Best ledge trapping in the game. That's Samus. Samus loves to exploit Ridley's big body with her projectiles. I have no idea how Mezcaul win this. I am so excited to see what he does. I hope it's not just cheese. I hope he does some serious outplays. Look at him. He's hyping himself up. Sisqui getting ready with the water. Let's fast forward to the game starting. I'm hyped. I'm excited. Because, this matchup is trash. Like, generally, Rob is seen as Ridley's worst matchup, but I can totally imagine Samus also being, like, awful. The thing about Samus and Ridley is that I think Ridley has some offstage presence against Samus. I can't imagine that it's that great because Samus's recovery is quite good, but Samus doesn't have the most range offstage. I think Ridley can maybe take advantage of that a little bit. So the first thing he does is waits. Sisqui charges his charge shot, tries to grab, kind of aggressive, gets punished for it. He's just charging his charge shot. He knows, like, he's at an angle where Mezcaul can't really punish this. And now he gets a really annoying shield poke out of the corner because he sees Mezcaul being so defensive trying to react, and he gets 3 up airs and a juggle situation out of it. Mezcaul really shy at like just going directly into the corner, really wants to press the middle, because if he's in the corner for too long or at the ledge, Samus is going to keep him there for the whole stock. So, and he has to give up space, but like he doesn't have the privilege that he would have against other characters being patient in the corner. Sometimes he has to be patient, but like there are circumstances where scrambles between these two are just going to have to require some guesses from Ridley. Even though Samus has great scramble tools, she has like the super fast frame 4 up B out of shield, super annoying. But Sisqui kind of trying to cover a lot of space with his fair here, trying to get Mezcaul to bite, and gets punished for it because Samus, not the best frame data on the normals, more of a special character, as most projectile characters are. So right now he's just frame trapping him. He's setting him up in the corner, sending out the fireballs, doing his regular corner pressure. Catches the roll, gets the combo, down tilt, up air, super easy to land, true for a while. Definitely a good one to learn. Here's Sisqui, kind of just patient getting back. Mezcaul going for a pretty hard read. Sisqui also trying to do a combo. Doesn't quite get it. I wonder if it's true, but he would have pretty much like ended Mezcaul at that point. But this sucks, by the way. This is also part of why this matchup sucks. Like, Sisqui can be in the corner, Mezcaul can have stage control, and Sisqui can just call out Mezcaul for not shielding. That's one of the most annoying things about Samus, especially as a big body or a character that can't just like run at Samus at like pretty much all the time. Like, you are always going to have to respect the charge shot. The charge shot is just so huge. Your jump as Ridley isn't big enough to protect you from it. You can't just jump over the charge shot. Your body is too big. I mean, I don't know like all the frame data and like the actual situations and stuff, but like often your jumps will get caught by the charge shot. So just all of those things. Okay, I don't know why Sisqui feels the need to grab in a scramble situation. Samus's grab is slow, and like he just got punished for it. So far, like he's getting punished for grabbing and being kind of, I don't want to say indecisive with his advantage state, but he's struggling to keep Mezcaul down when he's down. And obviously, like, that can happen. I'm not like no I'm not saying that Sisqi's playing badly, but there are mistakes, and Mezcaul is taking advantage of said mistakes best he can. So now Mezcal's trying to cheese. I'd be trying to cheese too in a matchup like this. Sisqui catching him with a weak bit of dash attack, just has to finish it off. I don't know why he's going down here for this edge guard. I mean, he still gets it, right? He still catches him, so maybe, he probably just is assured that he can get it, right? But like, if that were me, I wouldn't do that because Samus, not an edge guarding character, definitely a ledge trapping character. Kind of doing a lot out of the corner here. Mezcaul being the patient man that he is and reacting. Missing the forward smash, so sad, but racked up a ton of damage. Let's go back and examine the way he racked up this damage real quick. So here it's just a trade. Douche. Quick trade. Sisqui at 60 right now. At least the uppy deals a lot of damage. That's nice. Just to get an up air to like, I mean, the up air would have like, he would have almost, I mean, he wouldn't have almost died, but like here, Sisqi's just kind of like, I don't know. He's not, he should have died for that. He should have died. Mezcal totally baited him. Like, Mezcal's just guessing right here. Sisqi's doing a lot of preemptive things. Probably because he's scared of Mezcal's range. Not that Samus does not have bad range. A lot of her aerials, her forward air and stuff, have a ton of range. And look, Sisqui, like, Samus isn't like a combo character by any means, but her up air strings Ridley because he's so fat. And will do so against a lot of characters. So, Sisqui throwing it out where he can, And see, like, Mezcal forced in the corner to shield. And that's where, this is like where Sisqui can actually go for those grabs that he's been trying to put on. A big part of Samus is the grab game, because then she can throw you off stage and you get ledge trapped. But Mezcal has just been like calling things out. He almost gets it here, almost gets the neutral air. This is pretty risky because now he's at ledge again. And as you can see, it's so hard to get off ledge because of the bombs and the neutral B. Samus just so good at setting things up. Really nice like dodge, and still can't make it back in time. You saw him dodging the charge shot. That was really clean. And he does not make this back. Yeah, Sisqui just setting up the down air. He already knows, just to make sure. And with that, the lead is gone. I mean, was that one sequence? Let's look at how the damage racked up. We'll come back. I don't want to make the video too long, but he gets some up airs. He keeps him in the corner. Yeah. Keeps him in the corner. Actually jabs him here. I don't even know if that jab was true. Look at him setting up the bombs so that even when Mezcal tries to get out of the corner, he's not going to manage. Now he's just setting up with the charge shot, setting up the bomb. Look how long Mezcal is just waiting to do this side B. Such great patience and recognition. That side B, so risky, and he still does it. Another awful reality for Ridley. He has to guess right on that disadvantage exchange. And see, Sisqui now just has him in the other corner after Mezcal messed up the edge guard. And to be fair, this corner sequence did happen because Mezcal got greedy, but I can't blame him for being greedy because that whole situation was just really tricky. Because that like he just wants the stock gone. He wants the stock gone because now he's not going to have the same opportunity. Here he gets a nice back air sliding off. Sisqi's being a little bit too, I mean, he's not shielding a lot. Like he's just like bombing a lot. Yeah, like he's down being to cover his space, but he was at kill percent. He didn't have to like down be like that. Like the risk reward for that down B was kind of awful. But that's like that's like pretty nitpicky on my end. And I was just trying to down tilt. I wonder if he was trying to F tilt. I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, like that up B is just gonna keep Ridley. Like you would think at least Ridley can maybe get in on Samus, but like the close quarter combat between these two is I don't know. I can't. Can I say that it's in Samus's favor? Ridley's grab is pretty fast, but like Samus has such great get off me tools, and Ridley doesn't like mash on you, so they have similar range. Samus has better like long like distanced neutral, has good close quarter combat against Ridley, and has good mid range against Ridley. So what does he have? Exactly, F smash, to try to call out Sisqi's ledge option. And it's honestly still pretty close. Like the main thing about this matchup is that I mean, at the end of the day, Samus gets her big like she gets her big damage on Ridley by ledge trapping him. And we've seen ledge traps lead into kills here, but we haven't seen Ridley just get thrown off at like 20% and then just die. Like the oppression of Samus is not as noticeable just because Mezcaul is guessing right in disadvantage in order to get out. But you saw he overextended there, and Sisqui just backed off and charge shot it. And that's like a problem that a lot of players have with this character. Like Samus, you see what she's doing, and you see what like I've been explaining to you, like this whole idea of like backing away and like dashing back and sending out a tilt. Samus essentially can send out a stage long tilt with her charge shot and back away. So she essentially plays that kind of like bait and punish game for you, and you don't have to like you don't have to intuitively know it because that's just how the character like fundamentally plays. In that sense, at top level, it's just like every player or every character has that similarity with Samus, or a lot of characters like Ridley, who are more bait and punish and have the range for it, will have that similarity with Samus, where they like to keep that center. But Samus just does it for you with like she backs away with her like bomb with her down B, and then she charge shots, and like if you actually try to get in on her, she has the up B. So a lot of that game is played for you through the utility and like oppressiveness of your moves. Let me make the screen a little brighter. Okay, so let's see how Mezcaul starts again. I'm not seeing any difference between, or like any huge differences between Mezcaul and Smub yet. They're both trying to cheese, as they should. And I am seeing that, I mean, then again, I haven't seen that many matchups either. But like, look at this. He could just say, oh, get off me. Like if you're not shield, look at that. I got you off of me. Here he's kind of trying to cover some jumps, but Mezcaul spacing around it. Wait a minute. Let's go back here for a second. Ridley would Ridley have gotten hit here if he didn't forward tilt? I don't know for sure, but is he ducking? It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy if he did duck. I don't know, but like, there's definitely a lot of hurt box shifting with Ridley, because he's a very dynamic character. He likes to move when he attacks. It doesn't stop him from getting caught in everything though. Sisqui kind of aggressive here, trying to shark. I can't say for sure. Like in a lot of these kinds of matchups, there's two ideas when it comes to these matchups. Like on one hand, if the Samus player just holds down the fort, things shouldn't go wrong. On the other hand, ooh, he almost got that. Did you see the Samus up tilt? That spikes. So Ridley would have died there, but he managed to survive that. But let me explain this real quick. There's two lines of thought. If the Samus holds down the fort and plays very generic and campy, it should go well for them. On the other hand, Ridley is a fast character, And if you get repetitive about camping, maybe he does have a chance. I don't know the matchup that well. But the other line of thought is that Samus should work to aggressively keep Ridley in disadvantage because he's so big. So, because Ridley's offense and defense sucks in this matchup. So, depending on how you play it, and your indecisiveness when it comes to those two mentalities might have a serious effect on your actual ability to close out such an oppressive character to character. Um, Definitely some food for thought. So here, just doing regular ledge trapping stuff. Ridley dying, sadly, very early. Doing some tilts, trying to use his invincibility, trying to stay out of the bomb range. Nice, nice back air. I don't really know why Sisqui. I feel like the grab is a weird pick there. I always feel like Samus in like normal neutral, like seeing the grab is weird to me, especially when like they're not max distance away. That was an early kill. Holy. 96 as Samus and you die for that. But you saw Sisqui was getting aggressive. And Mezcaul, really using the whole character here. Like, okay, that forward air was really high. I thought Ridley low profiled it, but he wouldn't have gotten hit by it either way. But, and even the fact that this connects is kind of crazy. Yeah, it hit like Samus's arm. Really nice spacing by Mezcal. Really nice understanding of where Samus wants to be. I don't know how if he reacted to the forward air or whatever, but Sisqui scared, like relatively scared in disadvantage against this character, which is a big part of Ridley's success. Ridley can take stocks frighteningly early and close you out with weirdly big hitboxes, and being scared of that is normal, but that also allows you to guess right really hard, which by the way, it's crazy that this charge shot combos into a grab and then almost comboed into the full forward air after that. See, he goes up with the up air after that. It still protects him from down low. That up B was kind of that was a kind of scrubby up B, I'm going to be honest. But as I was saying, like Ridley can really put the fear in you and make you do some pretty strange options. And as you can see, that's what's keeping Mezcal in this. Like it is really, really hard for Ridley to escape Samus's projectiles and her constant bomb and her zoning, like her forward air that covers like half the stage. But Ridley's ability to outrange Samus in certain circumstances and then bait her in disadvantage. His baiting in disadvantage is really good. His fear factor baiting is solid, and he's using that to at least take stocks early and like have a chance that way. So what I'm seeing more from this matchup than the other two that I inspected is that Mezcal is definitely not giving as much space as he rightfully should to Samus as Smub was giving to, like, let's say Lucina or Palu, because in those matchups, Ridley isn't trying to get in. He's trying to keep out. Here, he needs to get in because otherwise he's just going to get shot over and over again, and he doesn't want that. So as you can see, Sisqui is the one standing back, biding his time. Very, very strange neutral B. Maybe a misinput from Mezcal. Sisqui doesn't even punish it because it's such a weird option. So it's a little offbeat. Yeah, see how he's not like encroach. He needs to, what's really like up to the finesse in this matchup is like, you see, he's not always just running at Sisqui. Even though he has to rush down Samus, you can't run at Samus. And yet you can't stay like patient with her either. And that's what makes her so oppressive. It's debatable whether she's a high tier or top tier. I'm not going to get into that, but you see, she's just covering so much space while she's in the middle. And like Ridley jumping around is no match for like charge shot, like covering the space that it does. But yeah, Samus no matter what you say about her placement on the tier list, she destroys certain characters, and Ridley is one of those characters. She has such a great flowchart in her long grab and her bomb in disadvantage and her up B, and of course her charge shot, that it is really, really hard to find a way to take a stock before she takes yours. That neutral air hitting a tiny little sliver of the up air was really lucky for Mezcaul. Because if he would have had to go off stage again, okay, that was a misinput. But if he had to go off, okay, maybe he's just geeking. What is he doing? Is he trolling? What is he? Okay, yeah, he's trying to take the stock here. That would have been stock, but doesn't quite get it. And he's just he's literally getting boxed and he's getting zoned by this character. Okay, he wants the edge guard, sends out one of those lingering neutral airs, tries to like maybe bait Sisqui into doing something. That neutral air doing great work. Like the end of that neutral air hitting Samus. One of the few good things about this, or what you could consider a good thing in this matchup, nice tech by Mezcaul, is that Samus is pretty tall, so she will get clipped by a lot of attacks. Okay, does Mezcaul bring this back? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. He could have an explosive stock. Now it's really bad. He needs to get off of ledge. And would you look at that? That's game. See what Sisqui does here. He sends out the bomb. He has the charge shot ready. And he knows exactly when Mezcaul's invulnerability on ledge is going to run out. And he times the up tilt perfectly to hit it just as it runs out. Which is just awesome Samus 101 from Sisqui. Really solid. Now he's asking for the run back on the stage. I think Mezcaul said yes. Let's see. So Mezcaul brings this back, which is pretty incredible. Those games were not decisive victories for Sisqui by any means. It was relatively close, one could say, on both of those games, just because Ridley can edge guard you early. Like if we're down to last stock, there is a chance, right? But just the ledge is deadly with such a fat character. It is tricky. So he starts off with the down tilt. Nice, gets the grab at 0. Classic Ridley maneuver. Oh! Does he kill? He kills! Oh my goodness, this is how he makes the comeback. Let's see what he does. Let's go all the way back. Sisqui starts off with an up air, which is kind of funny. Yeah, he starts out with another up air. I don't know the purpose of this. Mezcaul stays low, crouches with the down tilt, classic Ridley stuff, immediately takes center stage, sees, oh my god, Sisqui gave me center stage. I need to go over there. Sees the air dodge. He's like, what are you doing, Sisqui? Grabs him. F throw. And let's pause. And you see, Samus is no longer in. Yeah, do you see this? I mean, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure Sisqui is trying to down B here, which is an awful Samus habit. He's like, oh my god, I'm in a disadvantage. I don't even have to air dodge. I'm going to down B. No, you don't. You know why? Because Ridley and his jumps are sending you all the way over here. I don't know if this is true, but at this point, like, I can't believe he dies from this. What a crazy. You see Sisqui in the cam, like, what just happened? But you saw the vision. He takes center stage. He sees, what is Sisqui doing? Why is he air dodging? Grabs him right at the ledge. Boom, forward air. And you saw it wasn't true. It's Sisqi's mistake. Yes, it's Mezcal's great play, but it's also Sisqi's major mistake for going down B after the first forward air. Mezcal just called it out. Um, and after that, it was like, I don't know the flowchart or whatever, but it is a really bad situation after you get forward thrown and then like forward air, like as Samus by Ridley right at the ledge. But could he have upbeat out? I don't know. Anyway, excellent first stock, and now he has. That's the thing about this though. Like Samus, Samus's normal game plan is like is a pretty patient game plan. So, and the fact that Ridley just dies at the ledge sometimes, like to Samus, like this is not game at all. Not in the same way that the other two characters that we reviewed, like Lucina and Palu. Like once one character has a stock lead over the other in those matchups, like there is a serious chance that that character is going to win. But in this matchup's so bad, and Samus is such a great um, camper, even from behind, that ooh, nice back air. Samus is such a great camper, even from behind. Let's rewind a little bit. That she can still come back quite easily. Okay, he's landing. They're dashing around. Tries to call Sisqui out, but Sisqui pulls the trigger. Nice air dodge read. Nice up smash. Sisqui living out the advantage state nicely, but not chasing. Rather charging his charge shot. Maybe a little bit, like very patient, even though he's in advantage. Here, this is interesting. This air dodge is like, I mean, maybe he expected Mezcal to just try to take advantage of it, but Mezcal doesn't really have a reason to. He's up quite a bit, so he doesn't have to be as like crazy as he was before. He can bide his time. So the air dodge was like pretty easy to punish. Crazy, by the way. That does he die? He dies. Wow. Ridley up smash, Loki busted, but yeah, he sees the roll, down tilts, up tilts to cover some space. Like Sisqui cannot be doing these down Bs. Like I don't think these down Bs are it. And then he tries to dash attack. He's getting kind of desperate. And this up B, like these are some pretty major mistakes that he's making. And then I don't know. Like let's go back and look at the DI on this. Okay, maybe not the best DI. I mean, I don't know. I'm no expert, but like that sequence was now I think that was a game losing sequence just because of how badly I don't want to say how badly Sisqui played, but how panicked he played. Because that was like a panic up B, a panic dash attack, the panic air dodge so that Smub could get a perfect grab into a back air. Like these things are unacceptable against a Ridley player who has like perfected his punish game. And now Sisqui getting a little bit antsy, doing an air to try to take the stock, even though he would have had Ridley in the corner yet again. Like the start kind of just lost it out for him because he's getting tilted. Like there are like plays that he's making that are just too aggressive. And Mezcal is just taking full advantage of it. He's been doing a lot of waiting on air dodges and stuff like that. He's just hovering around the space where he thinks Sisqui is going to be desperate. And look at that. He's just standing there. I don't know what the F smash is for. It's kind of funny that he did that. But like he's just standing there. This time, Sisqui does not time his up tilt. And it still kills. But like you saw what Mezcal was doing. Just a lot more patient now that he knows Sisqi's kind of desperate. See, he's sending out tilts just in general directions because he's expecting jumps and air dodges and stuff like that. He's playing very soft advantage state at this point because he can. He's staying a lot. As you can see, Ridley in this matchup can't stay grounded the way he could with others just because of the charge shot. So he's doing a lot more jumping and has to kind of do a lot of tricky movement that might not be optimal for Ridley, but just keeps it ambiguous for where Ridley's going to be because he has to against Samus. Sisqui getting a down throw into a ton of up airs. Does that kill? No, it doesn't kill. He didn't quite get it, but I wonder. No, it would have had to have been awful DI. But as you can see, Mezcaul was holding away the whole time because he knew that Sisqui was going to try to just like break his stock in half with the up air into the uppy string. Okay, now he's just, I don't know. Maybe he's thinking Sisqui actually presses a button, but Sisqui pretty patient on the ledge right now. Maybe a little bit more poised, trying to make the comeback. Okay. They're kind of playing a little bit more safe. Wow, that back air hitting was actually kind of surprising. But let's go back for a second. Why did he down B here? Was he really that close? No, that down B was not necessary. Could he have shielded? I don't know. But that was a nice catch by Mezcaul. But you saw what he did to him. Like, he had to start off with a stock lead and then, like, capitalize on a ton of mistakes. He got 2 really early kills. Really important to pay attention to early kills in this game. Like, you saw what happened when Snub killed Chag at 66. Like, when you get early kills on this game, even if it's like, even if you're still down, the momentum shift is huge. And you see, like, what it did to Sisqui. Like, the rest of the game, even though Samus can make this comeback and it is feasible, obviously it's harder. And obviously the player hasn't been in that position before, as much as he is usually in a position. Like in this matchup specifically, usually you just ride out a lead. Sisqui probably not comfortable playing that out. And you can't blame him. When is Samus down against Ridley? Only when Ridley takes Samus' stock in literally the first 10 seconds of the game. All right, let's see. What is he doing? I don't understand. He does shit like that sometimes. He's just, yeah. Sisqui knows that Snub wants to jump, so he just calls him out, gets a ton of up airs, has him at disadvantage. Boom. Up B. But as I was saying, like, what is he doing with the random uppy? Like, sometimes he just sends out like a smash attack or an uppy or something. Nice bait, but it doesn't get any punish for the whiffed grab, which is really unfortunate. Yeah. Okay. Weird that he wasn't able to punish the dash attack. I wonder if he was expecting a spot dodge. I wonder if the Nair would have covered a spot dodge by Mezcaul. I'm not sure. But nice. At this point, we're seeing some, I mean, I'm no expert, but I'm liking, did he have time to react after that? I don't know. These are a lot of bombs. Like, I was going to say we're seeing some nice spacing from Mezcaul to take advantage of Samus's lack of range in all directions in certain parts of her disadvantage, because Samus's disadvantage is not that great. It's probably one of the things that is lacking about her as a character, because of how big she is, how floaty she is, and how, she's just a little bit of a sitting duck. That's why she uses her down B so much. But Mezcaul kind of taking advantage of Sisqui's constant down being. Like, he does it a lot. It's, I mean, don't get me wrong, great movement mix up, but like Mezcaul really trying to encroach on that. As you can see, Sisqui does not have to fade back with an aerial. No, he can fade back and charge shard shot and be in a natural winning position, no matter where on the stage he is, which is absurd. This side B was ill-advised, but he doesn't get punished for it too hard. That dash attack, however, even more ill-advised. I'm thinking about why he did it. Okay. I don't know, but so far, Mezcaul just doing a really good job of, he hasn't been able to keep Samus in the corner like this in a while. And at this point, he has done it. I think, I mean, he's just guessing right, I guess, and Siski did do that dash attack. That's crazy. Like the fact that the charge shot hits like that. I mean, it's not like the craziest thing in the world, but like it's sad that it's like not every character would get hit there, I don't think. Nice nair into um forward tilt, nice roll back. Um I still don't know about Siski's grabs. Like I get why he wants to do them, but this isn't a situation where Mezcal really expects a charge shot. Ooh, and now he's trying to shark again. Now he fades back. You saw how he faded back and then got the neutral air to cover. Siski thought he had some time, but Mezcal's neutral air came out and just had the range to do it. Nice. Now he's catching the rolls in with the neutral air. Um, I mean, he's just guessing right. I don't have the skills to tell you exactly what they're doing more or less, but I have seen Mezcal just take advantage of bombs more, have like better, like an easier time landing forward tilts. Okay. We could have dash attack. Nice. Ooh, did you see the spacing on that? Holy. It doesn't matter because the side B was a little bit much, but like I would do the side B too. Did you see how he spaced around that forward air? That was clean. That was clean. Yeah, he just reacts to the roll with the down tilt. I wonder if he can do more than that. Maybe he's just being safe. I'd be safe too. Just play out the lead. Because I think he has a good confidence in Siski's options now, you know. Okay, yeah, Siski is rolling a lot. And Mezcal is getting upset about it. Like Siski has rolled from ledge and then rolled around like way too much, and Mezcal is kind of getting wrapped up in the momentum of Siski's like linear plays, I think. And I can't be mad about it either. Yeah, the side B is just not going to do it. And now look, he's cornered. Can he make it back? Thankfully, the up B has so much armor, so he doesn't have to eat all the damage. Okay. He reads, or I don't know if he reads, but like Siski doing the down B at that exact time, like lets Mezcal get away with a neutral get up. What was going on here? He misses because Ridley's pretty fast, and then Mezcal just calls out the jump. Dangerous, dangerous situation for Siski now. I mean, I said he could come back before, like with a whole like stock loss and everything, but like this is a little bit different because they're like he only has one stock left, right? There's less time to close the gap, and he has just been like rolling a lot and doing a lot of things that he wasn't doing before. Yeah, like the rolls are ridiculous. I think Mezcal should be like hanging back a little bit more, but he's not caught on to it enough because I think he thinks Siski's gonna mix it up again. I mean, I again just speculation, but like I think he's expecting Siski to eventually not do that. Okay, yeah, yeah, catches the roll with the charge shot. Which, by the way, when the charge shot like comes out, it hits like it like covers Samus's entire body and behind her. So as you can see, he just finishes the ledge trap, and look at that, it's even game again. Um, yep, Siski pretty much just had a nice couple of ledge interactions, and there it is. Okay, side B's to call out the jump. Sits at roll distance. Yeah, he just waited for the roll because like at this point he knows it's coming. Tries to shark with yet another forward air. I wonder if he wants a down angled forward tilt there. Like I don't know. I'm not a Ridley expert, but I think he does. Up air. Nice. He's just reading his rolls. Siski is like really nervous with the rolls right now. And Ridley loves standing at that distance because of his range. Like you do not want to be rolling against Ridley this much. Like I'm expecting honestly like more forward airs and stuff. Nice catching him in the air, knowing he's gonna down be like that. Yeah, Sisqui just kind of playing nervous with the rolls, I think. But yeah, everyone's excited. I'd be excited too. But like, yeah, just kind of just got some nice call outs and stuck out with the lead. But he did have to get some call outs. Okay. Let's go to the next game. I'm having trouble like summarizing that game because I've been commentating for a while now. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Does he just does he just guess right or does he get a crazy like stock? Okay. Forward air. Did he drift? How much did he drift back? Drifts back with the down B. I don't know if it's necessary to do it like that. He's just securing himself with the down B so that he can work on his charge shot, I guess. Yeah, he's like Samus is so okay with being cornered. That's so annoying. Like Samus doesn't even care. Obviously, to a certain extent, Samus does. But whoa, Nelly! If that hit, I don't know if he could have gotten the stock off of that. But obviously, he's taking damage for missing it. But it was close. It was close. He was so close to giving him a hug, and now he's cornered again. Sisqui taking advantage of his first his aerial, now his horizontal superiority. Mezcaul trying to use the platform to mix up. I like that Sisqui brought it here because Samus in the middle like doesn't have to be cornered. Samus can just be in the middle, like where the platform is, and it's just so tough. Let's see. Yeah, just catches the neutral get up. Doesn't get the forward air. Gets the nair. Unfortunately, sends the wrong way, but gets him on the platform. Misses the tech chase. Drifts a little bit far that way, but holy shit. Does he die? Oh my god. Parries the nair coming down. Very risky from Sisqui. And kills him at 80. I'm telling you, the early stocks with Ridley. It's the way he wins. He needs those early stocks. He needs to go for it. But you saw it was based off of a really defensive weight. I mean, like, let's think about this for a second. Samus's nair, pretty fast. And if Mezcaul tried to, I don't know, up tilt or something, maybe the nair would have come out before and maybe Sisqui would have made it back down. But why did he not just jump away? He probably could have jumped away and he probably would have been fine. He wouldn't have died to an up air. Not at like, what was he at, like 80? No, it was this specific move that could kill him there. But yeah, Mezcal just like, in that sense, getting both lucky and just being an incredible player, taking advantage of that exact percentage. So as you can see, or as I'd like to make apparent to you, percentage in this game and when you get to hit a character, and like how your character interacts with certain percents is such an important component. Okay, let's see. I actually want to go back a little bit and just see how he got the damage. Because like after this happens, like he has to retreat. Sisqui still gets to shoot him. Why does would a grab not connect? I don't understand the jab. Maybe he's just nervous, but the jab was like not it. Now, like at this juncture, Samus should have had stage control and should be pressuring Ridley's stock. But instead, I mean, at this point, like Sisqui is still doing it, but he took some damage that he probably shouldn't have, and he's still trying to time it. He doesn't get the timing that time, and like I'm sure Mezcal is like, I think catching on. Um, I feel like Samus has better options there, but you know, whatever. Yeah, forcing the air dodge, sending him back to the ledge, but a little greedy setting up the down B. Like he didn't have the time to do that, maybe. Or maybe Mezcal just like timed himself doing that properly. But either way, this point, his stock should be gone. Like, he should eat this charge shot because Sisqui has so much time to set up. But he does not continue with the down Bs at some point. Probably thinking Mezcaul is going to at least try to get up, but he doesn't. Still connects the whole forward air on the jump. Yet another awful thing for Ridley. Like, just trying to... Like, Ridley... I don't know exactly how much Ridley likes to jump from ledge. I'm pretty sure he likes to jump from ledge quite a bit because at least his aerials are good. Like, even though he's a big body, at least his aerials are good. Jumping sucks for Ridley from ledge, especially against Samus, though, because her forward air is just going to, like... It's going to cover your jump get up perfectly and send you at a really bad angle, and that was a bit aggressive from Mezcaul. I'd be nervous, though. 2-2 against, like, one of Ridley's worst matchups. I'm trying not to be biased here, but, like, this is mostly information about Ridley. So I'm just going to be a little bit biased, especially in this matchup. Okay. He's just kind of biding his time. Yeah, they're just kind of running around. I think he isn't sure about Sisqi's intentions anymore. Because right now they're like in dead neutral, but it's still a very tense, 2-2 situation. Nice! Did you see him run around like that? And this like down throw into back air, I don't know what percents this is true and what characters or like whatever, but it's definitely a great way to just send your opponent really far off stage. So when you can get it, I think it's very important to at least try to go for it. Still kind of tricky. It's not like Palu or Joker, where like it's just an integral part of their game plan. Damn, he keeps calling him out for this. He keeps doing it. Because he's just been kind of lurking. I mean, this one isn't quite as crazy as the first stock, but just the fact that he is managing with these smash attacks and like really like baiting Sisqui has just been really, really solid. Kind of crazy that these down tilts are hitting. These down tilts, these space down tilts are really doing it. One of the few things that Ridley might have in this matchup, but it's only when Samus isn't able to properly like rule the tempo with her charge shot. Like there's specific instances where that is so solid. Let's see how he gets this space pirate rush. He catches. Did you see Sisqui in the player cam? He's like, what? And I'm surprised too. What? How is that beating it? Wow. That was lucky. I will say that was lucky. And is he dead? No, he's not. But this is like this back air sending at this angle, at this percent. All he needs to do is find him now. He should find him. But he's chilling. He's chilling. He knows he's up so much. Yeah. Sisqui is mad. Like, you see him in the player cam, like, yeah, 3 times in a row, like, Ridley just beating out Samus. But it's because Sisqi's he's challenging a lot. Like, 3 times Samus's forward air. Because Samus's forward air, it hits a jumping Ridley, but, like, Ridley's moves, when Ridley's not getting caught in his movement, his moves are huge. And they come out pretty fast. And you see Mezcaul popping off. Let's go, Mezcaul. What an incredible upset and what an incredible win. That was amazing. Wow. That was some incredible play. So you saw, this is a really hard matchup. Generally speaking, one player does have to play better than the other player, especially at this top level. Sisqui made some serious mistakes. There was a point where he had some roll habits. There was a point where he died at literally 0 for down being. And the last stretches of the game, he was dying early to call outs, especially using his forward air too much. Because, I mean, forward air on Ridley feels like cocaine. Like, it is so easy for Samus forward air to just rule Ridley's entire body. Pause. But like, see, Ridley still has the hitboxes to contest it. So if Mezcal just places his hitboxes properly, he can do it. And that's why he won. And a bunch of other reasons that I'm overseeing, but that was beautiful. Okay.